if you pick up any technology journal, CIO magazine, any of these, I read the Wall Street Journal CIO newsletter every morning, and there's always bits about how the chief technology executive needs to be having more of a seat at the executive table and making business decisions. And I think, perhaps traditionally the technology department was kind of viewed as this cost center and these folks who just kind of made sure the business ran. But more and more, the expectation is that they're going to be delivering business value in some meaningful way, and of course, not having to deal with managing and running these heavy and slow processes around infrastructure is really what's enabling them. And I think, I'd kind of ask all the IT executives who are here in the room today to kind of think about that and think about, where do you view yourself in the ecosystem of your business? Is it your cost center, or are you in the business of generating revenue for your company? And then think about that for a moment, and then ask your business stakeholders the same question, and do you get the same answer? And I think that that's one of the greatest advantages of this movement and the cloud kind of coming into enterprises is now everybody has an opportunity, because the computer science fundamentals have not changed. Your skill sets are going to be able to carry over. It's just your ability to kind of innovate very quickly and to have your dollars and your resources go much further, and then opening up the opportunity for you to learn so much more about your domain and drive business value is far greater than it ever has been before. And I think, like you said, if you go into it just to save some money or to deploy faster, I think that's great, and we're happy to work with you to help you do that too, of course. But you might miss out on a bigger opportunity.
And I think, just following up on that, it really does become about how we as an ecosystem, and I mean all of us as an ecosystem, technology providers, service providers, consulting firms, the CIOs, other C-level executives at clients, really start defining not what the role of the CIO is, though that's an immediate question because that is a specific role that's undergoing significant change, but really, what is the role of technology in the business? Is it merely about low-cost processing? Is it merely about automating some functions that weren't automated before? Well, technology did that in the 1990s. Mainframes did that in the 1970s. So the difference becomes the key question: what does technology enable a business to do? And we really see this as sort of two things. One, today there is no business strategy possible without technology strategy. That wasn't the case 20, 30 years ago. It was important, but large organizations such as, and I used to work for Procter & Gamble in the early 90s, large organizations such as Procter & Gamble built entire distribution strategies and entire pricing and merchandising strategies. And I never remember talking to an IT guy. I mean, I was in supply chain. There were two brothers that lived in Brussels, were apparently IT, but pre-SAP, we never talked to anybody in IT. Then when SAP came on board, it was a question of, well, we need to spend X billion dollars to automate our processes, and somewhere there'll be a bunch of really cool business analysts that will do a bunch of Excel models that will convince me that I'll get a return on investment in year 5, which I'll, by the way, never measure. But I'll spend $2 billion anyway based on that. I mean, the only other industry that spends money which this kind of gay abandon is government. It's true. The amount of business cases around millions and billions of dollars spent on ERP innovations and transformations that have never been measured and never been traced back to business outcomes is unforgivable. And when we change the question to how does technology, and I won't use the word IT, how does technology in the broadest sense impact business outcomes, all of a sudden you start creating models which get you to the cloud in a very short period of time. This isn't an 18-month journey. Get you to agile, flexible solutions, future-proof solutions at zero cost. To be quite honest, a lot of our clients are migrating from legacy systems to most modern technology deployments that enable a high level of agility in business processes. And I was with the large service provider yesterday, and they sort of asked me, well, what is the client's expectation for the price for this transformation? And my answer was, as will always be going forward, the winning bid will be zero, because it does not cost money to make that transformation if you can define value in a business value point of view. So once you take away the barriers of this is complex, no it's not. This is risky, no it's not. This is prohibitively expensive, no it's not. Then the only barrier left is imagination. Can we imagine technologies enabling core business competitiveness versus technology just supporting a utility function?